I never expected this run to become this intense, but from the very first second I knew this challenge would test every bit of focus, speed, and precision I had, because the traffic ahead looked endless and every single vehicle on the road was moving differently, making every decision more important than the last. So before we reach the highest score possible, watch closely because every second of this race changes the outcome and one tiny mistake could end everything instantly. The goal is simple, but the road is anything but easy. We have to keep the speed climbing while avoiding every truck, bus, van, SUV, and sports car that suddenly appears without warning. Every successful overtake increases the pressure because the faster we go, the less time we have to react, and that's exactly what makes this challenge so exciting. I am not slowing down no matter how dangerous this highway becomes, because the real excitement begins when the speedometer keeps rising and the traffic becomes almost impossible to predict. Now the first few cars are easy to pass, but don't get comfortable because this is only the beginning and the game always saves the hardest moments for later. Every coin collected brings us one step closer to an even better score, while every clean overtake rewards us with extra points. Timing is everything, and even a fraction of a second decides whether we continue the race or crash into the traffic. Look how close these passes are. There is barely enough space between these vehicles, but somehow we keep finding a way through. This is where experience matters, because panic always leads to mistakes while confidence creates opportunities. Every narrow escape increases the excitement, and every successful move builds momentum toward an incredible finish. The highway is becoming more crowded now and the speed continues to increase. There is no turning back because every second survived makes this challenge even more rewarding. Watch the road carefully, because anything can happen at any moment. A truck can suddenly block the lane, a fast car can appear from nowhere, or a bus can force us into an impossible situation. But that's exactly why this gameplay is so satisfying, because every obstacle creates another chance to prove perfect control. Notice how quickly every decision is made. There is no time to hesitate, because hesitation means losing points or losing the entire race. We keep pushing forward with maximum focus while searching for the smallest openings between vehicles. Every successful pass feels better than the last one because the risk keeps increasing. Now the traffic density is much higher than before and every lane looks dangerous, yet we continue finding the perfect path through the chaos. This is where patience meets speed, because rushing into the wrong lane ends the challenge instantly, while waiting just one extra moment can create the perfect opportunity for another clean overtake. Every meter traveled feels earned, because nothing on this highway comes easily. Now we are collecting even more coins while maintaining incredible speed. The score continues climbing higher and the challenge becomes even more exciting. If you think this is already difficult, then stay until the end, because the harder section is still ahead and the level of traffic will become unbelievable. Every successful overtake increases confidence, but overconfidence can also become the biggest mistake. That is why every movement must remain smooth, controlled, and perfectly timed. Look at the distance between these vehicles. There is almost no room left, yet somehow we continue squeezing through impossible gaps. This is exactly why every second matters, because one perfect move can completely change the final score. The highway stretches endlessly into the distance, and the faster we go, the more dangerous every turn becomes. Every passing second increases the pressure, but also makes the gameplay more thrilling. Now another group of heavy trucks appears ahead, and they leave almost no space to escape. This is where quick thinking becomes more valuable than raw speed, because choosing the correct lane at the perfect moment keeps the run alive. Every close call reminds us how quickly everything can change. 1 second the road looks clear, and the next second it becomes completely blocked. But instead of slowing down, we continue searching for opportunities to move forward, because the biggest rewards always come from the biggest risks. Every clean overtake proves that practice and concentration make all the difference. Now the score keeps climbing higher than ever before, and every viewer is probably wondering whether this run can actually survive until the finish. Don't look away, because the next few moments might become the most exciting part of the entire race. The traffic is getting heavier. Speed is getting faster, and the margin for error is becoming smaller with every passing second. Yet we continue moving forward with complete confidence. Every successful dodge feels like a victory. Every collected coin brings even more motivation, and every dangerous situation creates another unforgettable moment. This challenge is far from over because the real test begins when the road becomes almost completely filled with moving vehicles. Only perfect timing can keep this run alive, and from this point onward every single decision becomes more important than the one before. The challenge gets even more intense as our heavy traffic racer dives into the busiest highway yet. Every second demands perfect timing, razor-sharp focus, and fearless decisions. Massive trucks, speeding buses, and endless streams of cars create a road full of danger where one small mistake could end the entire run. But giving up is never an option. With lightning-fast reflexes, the racer keeps weaving through impossible traffic, collecting valuable coins, unlocking speed boosts, and pushing the car beyond its limits. Each close overtake raises the excitement, every near miss increases the tension, and every successful escape proves true driving skill. The traffic becomes faster, the gaps become smaller, and the pressure keeps building, but the mission remains the same: reach the finish line without crashing. Can this ultimate speed machine survive the toughest traffic challenge yet and set a brand new high score? Stay until the very end because the most unbelievable overtakes, insane high-speed moments, and heart-racing finish are still waiting ahead. The adventure is only getting started, and the next few minutes will test every driving skill to the absolute limit. The road ahead becomes even more dangerous as the traffic grows heavier than ever before. Every lane is packed with giant trucks, fast-moving buses, aggressive sports cars, and unpredictable vehicles changing direction without warning. The challenge is no longer just about driving fast, it is about making perfect decisions in a fraction of a second. Every overtake requires complete focus, incredible timing, and fearless confidence. One tiny mistake could end the entire journey, but every successful pass brings another chance to push the limits even further. The engine screams with power as the speed continues to rise, turning every second into an adrenaline-filled adventure. The smallest gap between vehicles becomes the only path forward, demanding lightning-fast reflexes and absolute control. Coins appear along the highway, rewarding brave driving while every close call proves the skill of a true racing master. Sharp turns, crowded lanes, and non-stop traffic make this one of the toughest highway challenges ever experienced. The pressure keeps increasing, but slowing down is never an option because the finish line is still far away. Every kilometer introduces new surprises, unexpected obstacles, and even faster traffic that tests every driving instinct. The excitement never fades as each near miss creates another heart-pounding moment that keeps the action alive. The race becomes more intense with every passing second, and the highway seems endless as danger waits around every corner. Only the most determined driver can survive this impossible traffic and continue the mission without crashing. Stay with the race until the very end because the most unbelievable overtakes, insane speed moments, breathtaking escapes, and unforgettable highway action are still waiting to unfold. The ultimate challenge has only become harder, and the next stretch of road will demand everything a true speed champion has to offer.